Hello and welcome to highlights of stage one of the 27th edition of the Simac Ladies Tour from Leuven to Leuven. 11 laps of the circuit and an expected day for the sprinters comprising 81.3 kilometres, day one of 6 in this 2025 edition of the race. As you can see, big favourites lined up this morning, including the team of SD Worx Pro Time and European champion Lorena Wiebes, who took victory 3 years ago in this race overall. The peloton rolled out for lap 1 of the circuit, with the first of the big moves of the day coming from Lidl-Trek, sending, it's safe to say, pretty much every member of the team up the road, bar their protected sprinter Elisa Balsamo. But it was Loretta Hansen that made a big move stick for the first time, seeing daylight as she looked over her shoulder and really committed to that move. Well, she could see that she had company, and after that big move out front, that big commitment, everything was back together with just under 40 kilometres remaining. Next to form a break was once again, no surprise, Lidl-Trek, joined this time by Visma Lease Bike, another key animator today. It was eventually Ellen van Dijk that went with Femke Marcus, with other riders, of course, keen to shut that one down. Some gradients to speak of today, just putting the pressure on. You see the splintering at the back of the peloton. Visma Lease Bike's Margot Vigie put in a huge attack to distance and splinter the peloton behind, and she was shortly after joined by Team Picnic Postanel's Pfeiffer Georgi. The two working very well together indeed as a duo, but as you can see, the peloton always looming, just controlling that gap at no more than around 30 seconds. Well, it was still that duo out front with 15.4 kilometres remaining. Vigie and Georgi. As expected, moves coming thick and fast from behind. Next to go was EF Education Oatly's Letitia Borghese. She countered a move as the action approached 10 kilometres to go and the final laps of the circuit, but it was marked and shut down by none other than Lorena Wiebes, who took it upon herself to put in a huge signature acceleration, making it look like light work almost to bridge over to Borghese. Well, back at the head of the action, it was still Pfeiffer Georgi and Margot Vigie, who were working very well indeed together and communicating to just keep driving right into that final. The peloton consistently at this point around 15 seconds behind. Meanwhile, a crash in the peloton affected a handful of riders, with a couple of riders from AG Insurance coming down there. Well, with everyone back underway in the peloton, it was Georgi and Vigie who led over the last passage of the finish line with 1 lap to go. And the peloton in sight behind, with those final kilometres remaining. It was Lidl-Trek forming their very neat lead-out train for Elisa Balsamo on the front. She was to be led out by Clara Caponi, but meanwhile, Vigie of Visma Lease Bike and Georgi of Team Picnic Postanel, it's safe to say, fought every inch to the line. But here's that point, we see that sprint wind up. It's very much Lidl-Trek leading out Elisa Balsamo, but this is the point that you see almost a free wheel for Lorena Wiebes. She doesn't want to go yet. She launches that attack. The resplendent European champion in that white skin suit punches the air, a victory salute. That is win number 111, 111 career victories for Lorena Wiebes. Oh my goodness, and we're just seeing a replay of that sprint again. It was Clara Caponi of Team Lidl-Trek who led out Elisa Balsamo, who didn't put her nose into the wind till later on. in the stage today. Her team doing so much work to animate, coming round Margot Vigie, a Visma Lisa bike. But look at Lorena Wiebes. She launches that attack and nobody can respond. She just put in the type of power that we are so familiar with from Lorena Wiebes. And look at the gaps. After just one stage, she takes maximum bonus seconds, putting her in a very good position indeed going into stage 2, just confirming it into the radio and having a wonderful celebration, one she's very used to with her teammates. And this is the podium moment for Lorena Wiebes, the European champion from Team SD Works Pro Time, receiving her flowers. Well, here's confirmation of that result then. Top spot goes to Lorena Wiebes. In second from Lidl-Trek, it was Elisa Balsamo, followed by Clara Caponi. So, of course, Lorena Wiebes takes the yellow jersey. She leads the Simac Ladies Tour after one day. That's on her shoulders going into stage 2 tomorrow. It'll comprise 124.5 kilometres and we'll be back for every inch of the action. Join us then. We'll see you then.